Well, I'm off. I'm playing shipper today. Man, oh man, I just tuned in to watch Captain's Mate. I thought she won. She got beat just a snout at the wire in 54-3. A good mile from her, a good drive from Aaron Merriman. So that should set her up really, really nice for the final. I assume not next week, the week after. Next week they're off at the Meadows, which makes my life a little easier. But so they'll skip a week, which is perfectly fine. Probably a good thing for Captain's Mate, a little week in between. Couple late training trips would probably do her a lot more good than another scorcher of a mile. So it's boding well for her. And then obviously it looks like Won My Heart Hanover, and of course somebody's going to call me. Won My Heart Hanover and Iglarium got good shots to make the final, so good luck to them. We got horses racing. Somebody asked me, hey, why didn't you go over early and drive George? GW Chrome. I could have, but we had a lot of babies to train. I'm trying to focus. This is the first time in a long time. I don't know that I've ever shipped a horse myself into the U.S. I've always had somebody ship them in. 13 horses left this morning for various states. Actually, that's not true. 11 left today. Timo, Houdini, and Brave World leave tomorrow. So I'll give you a rundown. A little rundown. Before I get to that, Captain's Mate was great. The reason I didn't go drive George is because I don't know if I can drive next week and the week after, and if Luke Ebersol is going to get along good with him, and he happens to race well for him tonight, there's no reason for me to be there to step on his toes. Remember, the whole point of the stable is to have a good time. It isn't about, you know, I've said this a million times, it isn't about me and my driving career, it's about us as a group. And if GW Chrome races well for Luke Ebersol tonight, then Luke can drive the horse for whatever. And that goes also for I'm a Lovely Lady. Jason said, you know, what about Monday? What about it? You chased Trace Teacher driving the filly. I wasn't super enthralled with the way he drove her the other day, but now that he's got to know her, he's racing for money, he's going to give her a shot to make it all next week. There's no need for me to be there. So we have GW Chrome tonight, Fox Valley Britska tonight. Captain's Mate just raced absolutely super. She's racing great for Aaron and Tim, so that's good. Now we'll switch to the horses that left. And I'm gonna leave it alone. We're gonna switch to the horses that left today. You know what? We'll switch to all the horses that are leaving or have left. In the back of this trailer, don't mean see through the back window. There's a trailer on behind. Braemar is on with me. I'm going to take him to Tim. Tomorrow morning, I guess. For those of you who don't know, I've been keeping it kind of quiet. I get my COVID vaccine tomorrow in the state of Ohio. I don't want to go down that political path. I'm just happy to get my vaccine and keeping a very close eye on Ontario here. I didn't realize that when they went into a lockdown here in Ontario, it wasn't really a lockdown. I was at the mall yesterday. The mall was open. Now, every store has 25% capacity. Now, I think because of the complainers out there saying, well, if this guy can open, why can't I? That never works. I don't know why people do that. I shouldn't say that. We did that, right? Oh, I don't know, hockey's racing, but or hockey's going, but horse racing's not. I mean, using an example of somebody whose business is open to make sense of why, and to look down on them for being open as to why we're not. I mean, it just doesn't help. So now the Premier come out, I think he's coming out today, and he's going to announce stricter lockdowns, which actually would be what I thought he announced last week. So I'm not a big fan of the lockdown, although I'm not a scientist. I just look at what's gone on around at least North America, especially when it comes to the States, and I think we all know, or we should know exactly what we're missing: the vaccine, right? We're not getting enough of it. It's not getting into the arms of people in Canada and Ontario quick enough. And I can blame whoever. It doesn't matter. It's done. They'll be held accountable on Election Day the next time, I assume. So I was going to Ohio and Pennsylvania this week because we sent 14 horses. I looked into it. I can get a vaccine tomorrow. The one-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine tomorrow in Ohio I'll get. So that's good. Get to race Iglarium and I'm a Lovely Lady. Very important. We've got to give the double take with the truck and trailer. Mirror, look again. Don't want to sandwich them. I'll race the 2 fillies tomorrow. Then I get a haircut. This musty rag here. to get a haircut in Pennsylvania. Don't tell my wife. She might get mad. And then I have to go to dinner with a couple of clients. I haven't got to spend much time with Jacob Schaefer. Jacob Schaefer is the breeder of Miss Mildred, Tipsy and Dixie, tie one on. Now, we had purchased Tipsy and Dixie and tie one on, and then in turn the Schaefer family had sent Miss Mildred, who was awesome again today. We'll get to the training in a minute. But they were nice enough to send them. So Jacob sent me a message, said they watch my videos, and said, if you're in Pennsylvania, I'd love to go to dinner with you. I said, yeah, absolutely happy to. So we're going to get a bite to eat tomorrow. We're going to race the 2 fillies on Saturday. Now, we'll see where White Tiger gets in Monday, Tuesday, somewhere around there. I'll either stay to drive White Tiger, or if he doesn't happen to get in for whatever reason. I don't think he's staying long in Ohio anyway. I'm hoping he doesn't make a break at Northfield Park. I was touting how I was certain he raced on a half, and then he made a break at Woodbine. So we're going to race him at Northfield Park. Win, lose, or draw, I don't think he's staying there long. I talked to Irv Miller the other day and said, hey, you know, I might have one more for you. Worst case scenario, he'll be there until, if things don't work out, he'll be there until Mohawk opens. If things do work out, full-timer. So whether that be Indiana in his Indiana string, or down around the Poconos, Meadowlands type, I would say Yonkers, but I think it'd be pushing my luck for White Tiger at Yonkers, but who knows. So that's where we're at. We have a number of horses to race. Now, who were those horses that left? Now I will get to that. 2 that went to Michigan, they're leaving tomorrow. Timel Houdini racing Friday night at Northville Downs in Michigan. And Brave World. I wanted to get Brave World somewhere where, I'm not saying the competition at Northville is not easy. Of course it's not easy. It's not easy anywhere. But where is our best, I guess, bang for our buck with these horses? Brave World, I believe, is going to come back to Ontario. Now, if he goes down and, you know, he races well in the Open there, and he races well throughout, and they leave him there, then I think they race there until mid-June. He can stay there, potentially. We have options. Both those horses fit good at that track. Optically speaking, looking at the classes, the results, I believe Timel Houdini and Brave World are going to have a real good time at Northville. That's 2. I sent 4 horses to New York. Now, pay attention. 3 of them are only racing at Saratoga. The 4th one was Perfect Record. Now, Mark Beckwith is getting these horses. I know Mark Beckwith a little bit. I don't know him that well. I've met him a couple of times, but he's good friends with my brother Mark. And Mark said, hey, he's a great horseman, a good guy. This is where your horses should be. Not to say anything against Mr. Dickey, who has Cruising in Style. I just don't know. I don't know him that well. We're building a relationship. But when it came to these horses, they had to leave now. I wanted to send Perfect Record to Mark to race in New Jersey, Yonkers, wherever. I wouldn't have thought Perfect Record to get around a half till I watched him train at 2-2 the other day at Tomiko Training Center. So I told Mark Beckwith, you can race this guy wherever you want. He was thinking Plain Ridge, which is perfectly fine with me. Plain Ridge would be great. The other 3 that went, so Perfect Record left to go to the Saratoga area with the intention of eventually getting him to the Meadowlands or Plain Ridge or both. That area is close enough to both. That's a good spot for Perfect Record. The other 3, So Admirable. She didn't train that good on Saturday. Call a spade a spade. I didn't like how she looked. We did a bunch of vet work on her. I changed her shoes all around. I trained her hard last 3/8 in the jog cart yesterday, and I felt she was great. Little wrinkle in her, but her knees were a little dry, so a little less joint fluid than you'd like to see. So we had them done with polyglycan. I believe that will help her. So I'm thinking, first start So Admirable, she's going to get a green light. I said to Mark Beckwith, I think she's ready to pace 57, 58 around Saratoga, maybe 59. Not when there's a 1, not when there's a 2. That should fit her perfect. Broadway Roll, condition claimer type down there. This is a filly that will move her. I'm not giving her away. We turned down 12 American for her because I think she's worth more. I think she's a decent filly. Yeah, she rolled off her last start. I can tell you exactly what happened. She wins her first start out, jogs, looks great. Second start, she's got the rail. A lot of pressure on you when you got the rail, especially at London. It's not a gimme. You have to be able to spring out of the gate. And I think Travis just tapped her on the tail and she rolled off. So we sent her to Travis after the issue we had with Kevin, and he had the 6-hole. I saw the race. She came out of the gate. Travis probably had every intention of driving her a little more conservative. He looked left and he had everybody beat out of the gate. Roll the dice. Roll the 7. Those of you who play craps or don't play craps, that's a bad thing. rolled off stride, made a break. Now she's got to qualify. I was going to send her to Northfield, qualify her myself Thursday morning, but I got my vaccine Thursday morning. And it's difficult to get, really wasn't that fair to our clients that own Broadway Roll to ship her at a cost of like $600 to Northfield, and then look to ship her the other $600 worth down to Saratoga. It's like six some hours away from Northfield Park, so it's not an easy ship down. There's not a ton of shippers. Joe Morris would have done it, but it wouldn't have been cheap. So rather than have a two-step process to get her qualified, why don't we just wait till Tuesday? Mark Beckwith can qualify her in Saratoga. That filly will race numbers of 1-ish, 2, condition claimer type. She's a useful filly. I don't think she's as good as So Admirable by any stretch of the imagination, but a useful horse nonetheless. She'll probably do somebody some good down there. What I'm saying is we're going to race her to sell her. So Admirable, we'll race her, and then I'll make a decision after. Is this a keeper? Is So Admirable a keeper? Are we going to move this filly? That will be up to myself, Mark Beckwith, and of course, So Admirable. The third horse, Cyrus Blue Chip, kind of in the same boat as So Admirable. Not a great qualifier, but I'm not blaming him. Something wasn't right. He seemed okay to me. He just felt a little flatter than I saw him at the farm. So this short little time off, we gave him a little training trip yesterday. This short little time off will help him. As I said also to Mark, you tell me. We got to move him, we'll move him. We're going to keep him, we'll keep him. You tell me. So 3 horses, that will be up to Mark Beckwith and of course myself, and first and foremost the horses. If we move them, Cyrus Blue Chip, So Admirable, and Broadway Roll. 4th horse is Perfect Record, who I have no intention of selling right now. I think we got a diamond in the rough here with this guy, and he can race him anywhere from what I saw the other day. So, just to reiterate, now we're at Time Houdini, Brave World of Michigan, So Admirable, Broadway Roll, Cyrus Blue Chip, and Perfect Record gone. 6 horses out the door this morning. Pennsylvania, Braemar is on the back. That's 1. That's 7. He races with the rail on Friday. Sweet Ambitions has the 8-hole on Friday. What are you going to do? I'm probably going to duck her. She's not good enough to overpower a field from the 8-hole at the Meadows. I just don't think so. You know, but she does have gate speed, so maybe I'll float her over 5th or 6th. I want to get paid as much as we can get paid, so I am there to race her. It's not going to be a walkover. I can tell you that right now. I'm not mailing it in with her. I'm going to race her, but I have to be realistic from the 8-hole also. So now we're up to 8 with Braemar and Sweet Ambitions going to Tim. That's 8. So the rest got to be Ohio. Oh, Donadover's going back to Tim. That's 9, but he's not going to leave till the first of the week. And then we have that's 9, so we have 5. Let's see if I can get these right. I sent Camco Lizzie. You guys don't even know who Camco Lizzie is. Camco Lizzie is a horse that was sent to us from PEI. The Currents, who bred Inland Beach, sent her up here for Harry to race. Poor bugger's got to race her twice, right? Raced decent for Jody, 27-3 on the end. Then I raced her the other night. She came up a little empty, but she also lost her go straight leaving the gate. That wasn't very fair. She ended up 6, pace 57 again. So we're going to try her at Northfield Park. Jason's going to school her tomorrow morning at Northfield Park, see how she feels. Wilson, White Tiger is headed to Northfield first. We got Northfield, the Meadows, or Irv Miller. We'll find a spot for White Tiger soon enough. Oh So Pine trained awesome in the bike yesterday. Ran fluids into him. He's in Sunday at Northfield Park in the Open. I assume he'll get in. So that is 3. Who else do we got? Italian Grit headed over there. He actually has a series starting right now in Indiana. We're going to take him to Ohio and maybe ship him to Indiana to race next week. I believe he should probably school tomorrow also. Jason's going to start getting pissed here if we have a million horses at school and I'm not there. But it does look like Italian Grit should school also. So I'm missing a horse. Ooh, that's annoying. Italian Grit, Oh So Pine, White Tiger, Camco Lizzie. That's frustrating. Can't think of the horse I'm missing. I can't turn this off to find it either. Anyway, there's another horse. There's a Bretzka's already over there. Ooh, that's so frustrating. Must have been at a Harry's Burn. Nope. Must have been at a Barn 12. I can't think of it. There's another horse that left anyway. So we had 13 or 14 leave. either left or are leaving. So, still left in the lurch here in Ontario. They went back to online learning in 24 hours. I had a little snarly email, a little snarly message on Facebook and Twitter. I erased it because at the end of it I told off the education minister. That wasn't very nice. I did mean it at the time, and I think quietly I still do. But I told Ava to tell her teachers, we're not doing online learning today. You're not going to drop it on us in 24 hours to, hey, you know, it's easy to think that everybody can just stay home and online learn, but it's not really, it's not realistic, and it's not fair. So online learning for 4 days and then March break for a week. During that week period, I know what's happening. The teachers are quietly telling the premier behind the scenes, I am not going back into the classroom without a vaccination. I guarantee you he is, or they are. So if they can get them vaccinated, I suspect that they will go back to school. If the numbers start coming down, I know the numbers climbed again today. 32 or 3,300 people in Ontario tested positive for COVID, so the numbers are climbing. I guess the variants are burning through and people are ending up in the ICU, so it is serious. So I'm very happy to get my vaccination tomorrow. But if these kids are held home for the remainder of the year, which, quite frankly, I'm not going to weigh in on. If medical experts and the teachers say, no, just don't feel comfortable doing it, then at that point, we'll switch to online learning, but we'll be online in Ohio. So, just so many things. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to think about it. A ton of things swirling around. Let's talk about the babies. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm going to talk about the babies. So we had a bunch of sets today. We went on the track, and the track was dug up deep. Not a big deal. They put an extra good cushion on it today, and it was going to be a lot of work for the babies. So I said to James, you know what? Let's back them up and go slow 1.5 miles with them, but lots of movement in the sets, and that's what we did today. So not a ton of speed today, but a lot of work. Everybody came in blowing. You know what? I made a shoeing change on Stonebridge Dolce. No. Bad. Didn't work. She was terrible. So she probably won't even train on Saturday. If she does, I'm not going to be there, so it's going to be a mess. Granite Hill made another slight tweak in his shoeing. James said he felt better today, which is good. Hard to get a read on these horses today because the track's so deep, right? But they worked hard. They worked hard through it. They learned a lot today. Eyes at 10 made a break because, you know, usually Amy just floats her to the outside and attack, right? But I don't want them doing that today. I want them to move, stop, move, stop. She got angry and made a break. Amy said, well, she doesn't like to go like that. I said, well, I don't care if she likes to do that or not. We're here to teach them. She needs to learn to use her head in bad situations, and this is exactly why we do things the way we do. She come back trotting, and she was fine, though. Geez, I don't think there was a whole lot of horses there. Anybody where I'd say, oh, that horse was... Stonebridge Dolce was terrible. But she tried to do her work. It's just a matter of putting the shoes back on her. I'll probably leave those on her for a week. And then switch them out next week. But I'm just trying to think if there's any standouts today. Luck of the Dragon. I went with Luck of the Dragon today. He was very good. World for Two got up and beat me, but I think it's becoming clear that World for Two could possibly be our best pacing colt right now. I know somebody messaged me and said, Anthony, I'd like to buy shares in that horse, but you know, they've gone up quite a bit. You should watch my videos more. I told you guys. Tuesday, even gave you an extra 24 hours. I put the prices up on the horse. Your phone is too hot. Let it cool down before using multi-window again. Oh, I'm going to lose you. I'm going to have to continue this another time. I think. Maybe not. Anyway, I'll call it a day. The babies trained good. World for Two was awesome. Luck of the Dragon was good. Who else? I'm trying to think of who else went. Everybody was good today. It's a good time right now. No concerns, no breaks. If horses had issues today like Stonebridge Dolce, I know exactly why. I can tell you why. We changed the shoes. But Rose Above It was very good today. James adopted to go to an open bridle with him. I went with him today in an open bridle. Fantastic. Very, very good today. Everybody was good. It was just a good day. So, you know, when they're going at 240, it's pretty hard to get wowed with anybody. But I was very happy with the way everybody went today. So, that is it. That is your video. I'm on my way to Pennsylvania. I will be at Northfield Park tonight as a spectator. I will be in the Meadows tomorrow as a driver. And then I'll be home. I'll be home next Tuesday night after White Tiger races, or if he doesn't get in, I'll be home before that. But for now, that's it. Hope you guys are having a good day. It was a good day today. And it's pretty bleak here in Ontario with the lockdowns getting more restrictive and stringent. But tomorrow I get my vaccination. So I will talk to you all very, very soon. I hope you're having a good day. It's sunny. Nice day here in Ontario. I hope it's a nice day wherever you are. And to the Captain's Maid group, congratulations. Man, she looked good. Talk to you all very soon.